smokers, guys, Nvidia just hit its 52-week high, but not only is 52-week high, it just hit the highest price it has ever been in the stock's history. Are you flipping my flapjacks? This stock is over $216 per share. Today it hit over $218 per share at one point, guys. We got to discuss all this. We got to look into why exactly this is happening. Is this stock slowing down anytime soon, or is this trajectory just going to keep going? We know this is one of the most beast stocks out there, guys. By the way, I am Jeremy. This is a financial education channel, and let's go ahead and look at this, guys. So first off, they reported numbers here. They reported them actually on Thursday after the market closed here, okay? So EPS came in at $1.33. That was versus 94 cents was expected. A monstrous beat there on the EPS side, okay? Revenue came in at $2.64 billion. That was versus $2.36 billion was expected. So a very nice beat there. Revenue came in at 32% higher than a year ago quarter, and earnings jumped 41% year over year. Huge numbers there, guys. And you know I love it when the EPS is actually rising at a faster rate than revenue. So very impressive there. The company reported $501 million in data center revenue, which includes sales of GPUs to cloud providers like Amazon Web Services. We know that business is growing for Amazon. Holy smokes. Beating analyst estimates of $461 million and marking a 20% increase from last quarter. This is a quote from the CEO. "We've been steadfast with the excitement of accelerated computing for data centers, and I think this is just the beginning of it all." That's a huge statement. He says this is just the beginning of it all, guys. Unbelievable there. So if we look here, okay, and this is some more good news around Nvidia. Nvidia launched the Volta chips in May as part of its Tesla V100 data center graphic processing unit, GPU, that will power systems from artificial intelligence to driverless cars. Okay, so some huge growing sectors there. Volta launch, we suspect, was a major catalyst for Intel to go back to the drawing board with its AI chip, Nirvana. The tactical needed to use the AMD GPU and hire Raja, whatever his name is, to head Intel's new graphics efforts, said this analyst here. Okay, we know that earlier in the week, AMD and Intel are now partnering, something you may have never thought would happen, right? Intel and AMD partner on something. They're partnering because they need to, because Nvidia is so far out there that in order for Intel and AMD to come together, they really need to, so then they can come out with something as competitive as Nvidia launched here. Nvidia is basically, with their chips, they've basically made it so AMD and Intel kind of have to get together. If they don't, they're just going to be the two weaker parts there in that whole story there. So the company claims that Volta will fuel breakthroughs in every industry in humanity's moonshots like eradicating cancer. Are you flipping my flapjacks? In intelligent customer experiences and self-driving vehicles. At least 14 analysts raised their price targets on the stock. SunTrust Robinson analysts were the most bullish with a price target of $253. That's not that far from where we're at now. Nomura raised its price target from $190 to $190 from $110. Holy smokes, they were way out of it. Out of 37 brokerages covering the stock, that's a lot of companies covering the stock, 20 have a buy rating, 14 have a hold, and only 3 have a sell or lower. Okay, guys? So great numbers out of Nvidia here, unbelievable numbers, and the EPS is going up at even a faster rate than net income. So this is all really phenomenal news. Now, will this slow anytime soon? Those kinds of things. Why am I not invested in this stock? Things like that, guys. Well, if we look here, over the last 3 years, this stock is up nearly 1,000, yes, you heard me right, 1,000%, almost 1,000% in the past 3 years this stock is up here, guys. Now, when I look at a company, okay, I'm not so much looking at it from a perspective of, is it at its 52-week high? Oh, I don't want to touch that. Or maybe I do want to touch that. It's at 52-week low. I don't care about any of that, because when I go into a stock, I don't care about the past. I don't care if you're at your 52-week high or at your 52-week low. I don't care about any of that. I care about the business fundamentals. I care about where those PE ratios are at relative to how your growth is going and those kinds of things. How much do I see your business growing? I care about the base fundamentals, not where your stock has been in the short term or the long term over the last 3 years. I don't care about any of that. So if we look here, Nvidia, They have a trailing PE of around 62. They have a forward PE of a little under 54 here, okay? So for me, when I look at this stock, one, it's a little out of my circle of competence. What do I mean by circle of competence? Obviously, I understand what their business is. I understand what their business does, right? My main issue with Nvidia is when I talk about circle of competence, sometimes that means you can't really see how much growth it has ahead of it. So I don't know. I can't really realistically say that this company is more than likely going to double revenues or triple revenues over the next 3 to 5 years, which is really what they need to do to get that PE to a normal size level, right? That's what they really need to do to get that PE down, right? They really need to double net income or triple net income over the next 3 to 5 years. I don't know if they're going to do that. I mean, the way the business is growing, if it keeps growing like that, they can obviously do that. But I don't know because it's a little out of my circle of competence. So I don't, there's certain industries that I can say, if Wynn Resorts is going to open up a new property in such and such city, right? Or in another country or something, like I have a pretty good guesstimate on what type of revenue that would bring the company, what type of net income that would bring to the company, right? And something like this with Nvidia, with their chips, like I just don't know. I don't know, I can't see, will the company be able to double the net income and things like that. So for that reason, Nvidia is not a stock I can touch. It's one I love tracking, and it's great to see everybody that is invested in this company making lots of money. I'm very happy for you guys. If you are an individual who's in this stock, great for you. If there's any Nvidia shareholders watching this video, let me know, like where you see net income going over the next 3 to 5 years. Is this a company that's going to easily double, triple up net income? If so, why? I want more specifics on like numbers, like, oh, I can see them moving this many chips, they get this type of revenue. Like, give me the actual breakdowns here. I don't want just like generic answers like, artificial intelligence is going to be huge, driverless cars get like, no shit. Like everybody knows that, right? Like that's not rocket science to me. I want the actual breakdowns and numbers if you really have an insight on this stock, because I would love to hear from you guys. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're new to the stock market, click that second link in the description. That goes into my 11-part stock market investing mastery course. If you're an experienced investor, click that very first link. Join my membership group there that has a 12-part options course in it that teach you everything to do with options. Also, I post in there all the time stocks I'm buying, any moves I'm making in the market, stocks I'm selling, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.